Welcome into the Fan Addict Sports Channel for sports fans by a sports fan. We are here for a special edition. It's the National Championship Georgia Bulldog edition tonight. We're going live. We're going to be talking about the National Championship win over Alabama, the 2021 season recap, and 2022 going forward. So let's go ahead and bring in my guys, man. We got Thad, former UGA wide receiver, played with Kirby Smart doing that. What's going on with that?
What's happening, man? Happy to be here. National champions. You know, what can you say? It's a great feeling. Hey, what can you say? We here.
Hey, we here, man. We here. We got my man C.A. Cory Allen, another wide receiver from the time when Kirby was in Athens. We national champions, Cory. What's going on tonight, man?
I couldn't be happier, baby. You know, I ain't got nothing but a championship type conversation, championship level speak. That's all I've seen and been a part of this year. So, you know, if you ain't on my level, you got to find you something else to do tonight because we're going to talk about it. I want to know how the crowd feels, and I want to know how the panel feels about what we were able to witness on Monday night. I couldn't be more crunk.
That's right, man. We got my boy Cool Cal in here, UGA fan number one, man. Cool Cal, we national champions, dog. How you feeling?
Man, I love it. I feel like a champ, man. I just want to say salute to my brothers, man, because I know it feels a little extra special having played between those trenches, man. So I know how good that feels. But I'm excited. I'm glad to be here, man. Let's talk some dogs, baby.
That's right, man. And one of them pioneers that got that line of good tight ends started, man. My boy Jevaris Johnson, JV. What's going on, man? We national champions, dog.
Hey, man, you know I'm cloud nine, and I'm sitting on top of the mountaintop looking down. I feel like a king. I feel like I have exuberance and energy running rampant throughout my body, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
I can't wait to talk about this thing, man. We needed it. We got it. It's here. We champs. What's up, champs?
What's up, champ?
What up? What it do?
What's going on, champs? I'm telling you, it do feel
That's right.
good, man. And y'all boys played in between them hedges, man, so it hit different. And I'm gonna tell you, as a former student, man, alumni, man, it feels different when you walk those streets at Athens and you finally got that national championship. Oh my God, for the next 6-8 months, I don't know, man, until somebody else get one, I'm gonna be that guy. You know what I'm saying?
We all gonna be that
Why
guy.
not?
Hey,
Yeah,
why
why
not?
not?
We got to. Y'all see, I had to change the background for the night too, dog. I had to put the national championship, and I got the logo up at the top right, so everybody watching.
I love it.
The Georgia Bulldogs are the 2021 national champions. So no more 1980s jokes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
JB, you was in the house when we did that thing, man. How did that feel, dog?
Hey, let me let you know something, man. Electricity ain't just present when you plug that when you put your plug in the socket, baby. It was electric in the building, man. I absolutely could not imagine a better place and a better time to be a dog than being in that building, Lucas Oil Stadium, on Monday night. It was electric. It was scary at first. It was absolutely one of those times when you just can't explain it. You can't explain it for the lifetime. For the rest of my life now, I'll be able to say, you know what? I was there and I saw that. I experienced that in person. You know, not 1980, but 0.009 years ago is when we won our last natty, baby. So anybody else want to talk that smack about 1980? You tell them, no, last time we won was 0.009 years ago. Get you some of that.
Oh, hey, that's the first thing I did the next day. I started looking up teams when the last time teams won their national championship. I'm like, Florida, man, it's been over a decade since y'all won, man.
Hey.
It feels great to look down on everybody. Oh, you ain't won in like 12 years, man. That's
Right.
old.
Yeah, that's on their 10-year challenge.
Yeah, that's old, man. Come
Oh,
on, man.
Hey, Tennessee ain't won since 1998, dog. I'm like, y'all, it's been forever. We didn't even have cell phones when y'all won y'all championship, dog.
Oh, man, that's a good one, coach. That's a good one.
Great way to
Cell
look at
phones
it.
wasn't even.
Hey, for
Man,
real,
what you
for
talking
real,
about?
man. So CA, man, while you was watching the Natty, man, when was it when Keely Ringo got the pick, or when we just went up 26-18 that you knew we was gonna do it?
The pick definitely helped to solidify it. I mean, I felt like everybody, when I watched that Keely Ringo highlight, as I replayed it, I'm sure a million times like everybody else, it's funny to see everybody's reaction because it's like automatically a pogo stick, that invisible pogo stick got up under everybody. Everybody's jumping up and down because it was such a long return. So it's like we all had a chance to experience a lot of it. You watch him make the play and then get the return. That was exuberant. But, to me, I think it was before that. I think the key moment in the game was when I saw that we were going to switch my lineup. I'll be honest with you. When I saw that we moved Jevaris Johnson from left tackle to right guard, I felt a whole lot better about things because, I felt like we could do a lot better containing Will Anderson. He had an impactful first half, not necessarily extra dominant, but in the second half on our drive when we had a chance to take the lead, that's when I started to feel really good about it, just before that Keely Ringo pick sealed the deal. So I was on pins and needles all night like most other people up until that second half.
What about you, Thad, man? When was that moment you was like, I think we're about to be national champions, dog?
For me, honestly, it was the pick. Because before then, it was a hell of a game. It was a lot of back and forth. I had took a couple of notes until, a minute and 11 seconds in the game. It was 26-18 game.
Yeah.
And at no point, the pick it's like it just came out of nowhere. Like I didn't expect anything like that to happen. I would think, hey, it's, overtime possibility. So, but before then, at no point in the game, I was really, really, thought it was over until he got the pick. Once he got the pick, like Cory said, it was just a moment in time. It was such a long run. I'm kind of like Kirby. I'm running down the sideline too. You know what I'm saying? So until that point, to answer your question, once he got the pick, that kind of solidified it for me. But before then, it was just a hell of a game, man. It's a lot of guys that I saw on that field gonna play on Sundays or have a shot to play on Sunday.
For both squads, you are right about that.
Yes.
It was flooded with
Absolutely.
NFL talent on Monday night for the championship. Cool cow, man. So when Brock Bowers scored that touchdown and we went up 26-18, was you thinking like me that we left too much time on the clock for Bama?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say too much time. I think when you're in the moment, man, you just gotta go out there and play. You just gotta go do what's natural. He scored, and I didn't feel bad about it, but I know we got to come back to the pick, and that obviously solidified, saying, damn, we finally got it. What I'm saying? Once he crossed the end zone, there was no flags. Because we've been through this before. We've been in an overtime game with these same guys, been up 13-0 in that game, just for them to come back and snake bite us at the end. And also, I have to say this too, being a Falcons fan, like just being a fan here in general, we cannot celebrate too damn early. We done it before. So when he crossed the end zone and we got up and it was a minute left in the game, it was over. I felt great. But I guess in that moment, back to Brock Bowers, I was just glad that we were in the moment. I thought we were playing well. I thought Stetson really stepped up. And we had the #1 defense in the country, and they went out there and they shut it down and did what I said they should be doing all along. Go out there and get it done. That's the strength of our team, and they did it.
That's true, man. And of course, like all of y'all said, man, Ringo pick sealed the deal. But I'm gonna tell you, I had a good feeling after Stetson turned the ball over and then came back the next drive and threw that touchdown to A.D. Mitchell. I was like, well, we might be on to something tonight, because normally in those situations, especially against Alabama, we haven't recovered very well. So he came out there and act like he turned the ball over and he led that drive. I think he threw 3 straight passes, all completions, and then it was a touchdown. I was like, this might be the night for us, man. Let's get to some of these comments, man. We got Shelby in here with the Go Dogs. Feels good to be a champion. That's right, Shelby. More than a fan. That's right. And I have been witnessing it. She have been petty all week. But
keep it up, Shelby.
That's right.
As you should, young lady. Go
Oh, she
Dawgs.
said, "Oh, they have been showing Will Anderson parents on the. They were showing Will Anderson parents like all in the first half, dog. Like every time he made a play, they were showing Will Anderson parents.
I know all 5 of his sisters' names. They gave him plenty of TV
Right,
time. So
right,
Mm.
right, right,
hey,
right.
Oh, my brother getting in. He's a Miami fan, but he's congratulating the Dogs. We appreciate that, big bro.
Appreciate that, Trav.
appreciate it,
Yeah,
Trav.
respect,
Appreciate it.
respect.
Yes, sir.
Hey, yeah, she'll be liking what Cool Cal say, and then Stetson went 4 for 4 on that drive. That is right. He came out. That's
Shelby
why
on it.
I'm telling
Got
you,
them
right?
facts.
Listen,
Coach,
man.
I got a question. Can I throw a question out there?
Yeah, go ahead.
If
You
the
got
panel
it.
doesn't mind.
You got it.
Everybody knows where I'm going. Everybody knows where I'm going. I just want to get an evaluation from TP. Thad Parker, tell me about what you saw in Stetson Bennett, because I know you didn't anticipate him leading us to a championship. What do you think was the difference in his play, and how do you think he performed overall?
Before you answer that, Thad, I do want to say I ain't gonna leave Thad out there by himself. I was another one who
Let him hang dry, man. He grown.
Hey, listen. Hey,
Listen.
I'm a grown man. I gotta admit when I'm wrong, man. During the season, I said if we played Alabama, Ohio State, I didn't think Stetson could get it done for us. He proved me wrong, and I've never been so happy to be so wrong. With that said, Thad, go ahead and answer the question.
Yeah, coach, you ain't leaving me out to dry. It was just, me giving me my honest opinion on what I thought one of the outcomes could be. And to what you just said, he did prove me wrong. But one thing I would say is this right here, CA, to answer your question is one thing Stetson finally did was, in the big game when it mattered the most, he didn't turn the ball over. He didn't make the stupid mistakes. He did what he had been doing all year long. He just finally did it in the big game. And my problem was with him was he would make those mistakes in the big games. And that's something he didn't do.
Gotcha.
That's right. And he said after the game that he didn't want to be the reason why we didn't win the championship. And I think that's how he played. Apparently, something came out later that he might have got injured on the first drive, too. And they didn't say that until I read that yesterday. So I don't know if it was his hand or if his wrist or something. He got injured on the first drive, but he didn't let it stop him. So, hey, kudos to Stetson for delivering.
Hey, Coach, I heard he broke his leg and they just still didn't want to play JT. They threw out you.
That's what it looked like.
Hey, man, but hey, whatever happened on that first drive, he was able to continue to go on and, lead us to the promised land. JV, I know you was feeling good. You was in the building, got to witness Brock Bowers score, a true freshman score that. It was a meaningful touchdown, too. Like, we needed that touchdown. How was you feeling, dog?
First of all, let me just say, man, I actually missed some of the most pivotal plays in this game because my nerves were on end. I had to go back and rewatch the game because I was pacing. I couldn't even sit in the seat. I was pacing. So I didn't even see Brock Bowers' touchdown in real time. I did see it when they hit the replay on it. But, I'll throw it out there. I was another one of the guys that said I didn't think that we could win with Stetson. But I will tell you this. The difference between these games and those other big games that we did not win with him at the helm was the one turnover that Stetson had been good for in those pivotal losses did not come back to hurt us that bad. Defense stepped up. They kept them out of the end zone. They've made Alabama kick field goals. And I really was still kind of looking at it like Stetson didn't do his thing, so to speak. Talking to old Ghost Stat C, who was a real advocate for Bennett after the game. I was still saying, I don't know, man, but I went back and watched that game, and from in that fourth quarter, that man made some amazing plays to the point to where you guys are right, went 4 for 4. That man went out on that field, and they didn't get conservative. Trying to protect him, they said, hey, you have to win it for us. So I loved it. Getting back to Brock, of course, I've been an advocate for Brock since the beginning. I said that he was going to be the starter. My man is a freshman All-American, all SEC. The man didn't relinquish his starting spot. You just see talent, man. He jumps off the page. And you guys are right. That pass to A.D. Mitchell is when I felt it was over. I felt we had them because they had to go down the field and score against our defense. And guess what? Those guys on the outside was not those guys. And I don't think they were going to be able to make those kind of plays that were going to be able to bring them back. I don't care what Bryce was what he was doing in the game, and we was all over him anyway. You saw him getting up slow. You saw him beating the ground. We were pressuring him. We were pestering him. We were making that man nervous all game. So, man, kudos, man.
There we go.
That's
I'm
right.
pumped up, baby.
That's right, man. And like Shelby said, and you alluded to, JV, that defense was playing really good because Alabama got in that red zone. And
that red zone defense was special.
They couldn't score a touchdown, man. And that's what really led to it, like a whole bunch of field goals at the beginning. They only scored one touchdown all night long. Cal, what you?
It was a short field.
What you saw in that defense, man? That was
we only scored one
SEC
touchdown, right?
No, we scored 3 touchdowns.
We scored 3 touchdowns.
Brock Bowers, Zeus, and AD.
Well, one counted. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Not
AD.
Yeah, so what you see
yeah.
different, Cal, that we did in the championship that we didn't do in the SEC championship?
Well, I'm gonna toot my own horn on this one. Like I was saying, if we could keep Bama in the 20s, which we kept in the 18, so it was even better than the 20s, it gave us an opportunity to be in the game at the end. So we don't give up 40 points because, again, Stetson played fantastic in the fourth quarter. Let's not get it wrong. He did play fantastic, but at the end of the day, he still put up 24 or 26 points. You know what I'm saying? If Bama would have ran through our defense again like they did the first time and like they have in the past, I think we would have still had the same outcome. I don't think he would have been able to go up and down the field because he didn't. He still put up the same production that he normally does. The defense played at a high level. They closed the game out with the pick six at the end of the game. They didn't give up crucial touchdowns when they gave up field goals in the red zone. I mean, they played at a high level. I was impressed with them, and I give all the, Stetson played well, but I give a lot of kudos to that defense because it's not hard to keep a Heisman Trophy winner down like that. And I thought they played great.
That's right. CA, what you see in that defense, man, that we did so well in the championship game?
They did exactly what we needed. That defense, that's the defense we've been looking for. That's the defense that's been the problem. We've leaned on that defense all year. It burned us once, and they just had to perform up to the level that they've been capable of. And that's what they did against Alabama on Monday night in the national championship game. So their performance in the red zone was extraordinary. I was excited to see the amount of pressure that we put on Bryce Young all night long. Really proud of the way Dan Lanning went out because I wanted him to go out blazing. I mean, you're going to Oregon, what you going to hold your bullets for? I don't think we held any bullets. I was really excited about the pressure we got from our linebackers. Nakobe Dean showed up. Channing Tindall was able to step up when it was needed. A lot of big plays. Even Robert Beal stepped up in some options. So I was really excited about that front seven. That's what the issue has been. Can they do it on that big stage against that level of talent? That's what Thad has always said. Can we perform on the stage in front of comparable talent or even kids that might be better than ours? That defense was special. I think what they did was exactly what Stetson needed. Stetson isn't a go win the game with the team on your back kind of guy, but he can make a couple of plays. That's kind of what I was counting on, him having the number one defense first and foremost, and then not blowing the game, not going out there and throwing pick sixes. He still had a fumble that really was crucial in the momentum, but the response that team had, that let me know that Kirby has his finger on this team. This is his team, and they understood how to respond to adversity on both sides of the ball. So it was a total team effort. The units supported each other. I can go all night about this, baby. What y'all want to do?
Let's get to some of these.
No
comments.
doubt.
They said Shelby say Bryce still sitting at the post-game press conference. Yeah, he
Stop.
did. Boy, he didn't look good at the post-game press conference, man. Like he felt like, but to be
We're gonna
honest,
see him again. That's what it looked like.
I was about to say like to be honest, the dude had 359 yards passing, even you know what I'm saying, in a losing effort. The dude's special, and that just shows how good our defense did play in the red zone. And then Shelby say, shout out to the strength and conditioning coach. 30 days later, it was a different team. Coach Kirby Smart did talk about how they saw all the press clippings and stuff about how out of shape they look in the SEC championship, and a lot of guys kind of took that personal and tried to get in better shape. I think Jordan Davis did a better job in the national championship than he did in the SEC championship because they wore him out. T Small, what's going on, T Small? Hey, T Small said we got pressure on the QB. That was the biggest difference between the two games, and we did. We got after them 3 times. We hit them a lot. So,
hey, Coach.
What's up? What's up, Pat?
I was saying one thing too, that not making no excuses for any of them, because we all had injuries. We came in loaded with injuries, but it showed that we was deeper than them too.
And
because
that's
when they got hurt
in
major injuries, they couldn't reload to that same level like we did throughout the whole year. And
I always think that to
That's
win
a
a
great
national
point.
championship in college football, you have to be deep. You have to, because injuries are going to happen. And it, like you said, it showed that they didn't have that same caliber talent, it backing up these guys. When we played Clemson, we ran out there with Ladd McConkey and Bryce Brown.
We were down our top 4 or 5 receivers.
Yeah, man, and they just had to step up and get the job done, regardless of how it looked. We got Trey Turner in here, Dawgs on top. We got 8 months to brag before kickoff game against Oregon. I'm still gonna be bragging even after the Oregon game.
I go all past that, man.
Look, we had 3 flips, baby.
Yeah, I might ride this for about 8 years.
It's going. It's going. Hey, Coach, going to that depth comment, man. We definitely showed the fact that we were deeper. Whether injuries happen early or late.
It's like one of them things. Like me and Thad always said, like we happy with recruiting, but we don't want the mythical national championship. But that recruiting showed its
in the fourth quarter.
Candor, I mean, be honest with you, all season. Think about all the injuries we have, and think about, like, not even just an injury. Adam Anderson not being on the team affected our pass rush. It affected our pass rush something serious, because then we had to do more scheming to get a pass rush, as opposed to just sending Adam after the quarterback and letting everybody else eat when they trying to triple team Adam Anderson. So, I mean, all of that depth, those recruiting classes, those number 1, number 2, 3, 4 classes Kirby put together all these years, it's like we've been building for this moment. You know what I'm saying?
True, but the game didn't matter. We got 3 touchdowns by freshmen. That's what was big in the fourth quarter. Those were all freshmen. So
and one thing I was gonna say too, we do talk a lot about the 5 stars and all of those guys, but we got to talk about the development in our program too, because there's a lot of guys on that field contributing that weren't, the big time 5 stars. Where we talk about McConkey, big Jordan Davis, he wasn't a big 5-star guy. Devontae White, we got a lot of guys that just weren't big time. We got a walk-on quarterback. We got a walk-on quarterback. Let's all put this in perspective. A.D. Mitchell wasn't one of the top receivers in the country coming out, but he went out, and we talk a lot about Stanton's pass. That was a great catch to go up there and muscle the ball away.
That was and hold on to it, Cal.
And to hold on to it. Exactly. That wasn't an easy play. We got true freshmen making plays. So I think just all around, even with getting the 5 stars, I think we're doing a great job of developing our talent. So where if they're not those big names, they still, by the time they're juniors or seniors, they step up and they play big roles.
That's true, man. It's been a good ride, man. 2021, we put the hammer down on a lot of teams, man. A lot, outside of the SEC championship, man. This has been a historic ride. We won more games in one season than we ever have. We won 14 games this year. We haven't done that. I mean, like y'all said, man, we won the national championship with a walk-on quarterback. Like, and on 2 occasions, the coaching staff told him that he wouldn't be able to play. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge.
It is. That's a testament. Not only
got a hell of a story, man. I see a documentary coming.
He needs a movie.
I see a documentary.
Documentary. He needs a movie.
Disney finna eat this up. Disney finna eat
Right.
this Stetson up, baby.
Hey,
He gonna be bigger than way bigger than Rudy. This man he's set for life.
That's what I'm saying. They can bring y'all back for the movies. You know what I'm saying? Put y'all in the movie script, and I see a lot of stuff coming from this, man. I see a lot of stuff.
Put me in there, hey. Let me get a check.
That's right, man. T Smalls is they're gonna call it the mailman. That's right. He was out there delivering L's to other
He delivered
all year. He delivered a national championship despite the naysayers, which some of us were. I mean, it's just what it was, man. We had to call it like we see it. We had 41 years of disappointment built up, so it was hard to get kind of, you know what I'm saying, excited.
Couldn't see the forest for the trees.
No, we couldn't. No, it was like I didn't want to get so excited and then be let down yet again, man. Like that was just our story over and over and over. Shelby
we hadn't proved it.
Yeah, Shelby said the USPS need to get Stetson an NIL deal. Keely Ringo cashed in on his pick six. He got T-shirts. Like he had put T-shirts out the next day. It's called Seal the Deal or something like that.
I like that.
That's all
I
I'm
like
saying.
it. I like it. It's creative, man. Make you some money.
That's right.
I like that.
That's right.
And we buying everything up anyway.
You sell them all the way through the next year, bro.
That's right. Hey, and we got this national championship parade coming tomorrow in Athens. For those that didn't know, it starts at 12:30 going down Lumpkin. Then they're gonna do the dog walk, and then they're going into the stadium for the national championship trophy presentation. Will any of you guys be in the building tomorrow?
Me.
Okay, I tried to go on and get a ticket. I tried to go on and get a ticket, man, and they was all out. So
well, they were going in 45 minutes. I think I'm gonna sling by the Letterman's Club room. We got a little opportunity.
Yeah, gonna swing up in through there, huh?
You know, I'm gonna just slide by.
Hey, Coach I. Hey, Coach I.
Pull the ring
if
out.
You want to go holler at me.
Okay, I'm gonna get at you when we get off. That's right. I was like, man, I'm trying to get in the building, man. Listen, I feel like we're gonna get some more, but ain't none of them I don't think gonna be more special than this one because it took so long to get it. Like 41 years. Like when I first stepped on campus in 1995, we was already in the drought. We was already in the drought for 15 years and then had to wait 25 years later to get this national championship.
And it's so much deeper. I mean, you got a former player who did it. You know what I mean? It's just so many backstory. I mean, it just all lined up. I mean, it's just a hell of a year, man. There's so many backstories that you can talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, with the head coach being a former player, coming back and doing it. Just, man, Stetson. You know what I mean?
We got CA that was in the class with he was in the class with Kirby. Y'all was in the same class. How that feels, CA?
It's a little bit of ownership I take with this title. You know, it's almost like any one of us in our class could have done it. Kirby just happened to be the guy, but I'm proud of it, man. You know, I've known him since that day we walked on the yard back in 1994 as young 18-year-olds, man. And it's been a pleasure the entire time. And that's kind of why I've been a homer so hard for this team. You know, that ain't just somebody I know, that is my homeboy. You know, I want to see all my good friends do well. So, you know, I'm excited for him personally, but, you know, I couldn't be more excited for the fan base, you know, us former players, everybody who's had any kind of investment. You know, you got to be proud. Like I say, this is homegrown. You know, he had an opportunity to go through these trenches with us. He knows what it takes. He knows what it feels like. He understands that sting, but he went out and he developed the talent to come and bring it home and let us understand what it feels like. So I'm proud of my guy, you know, class of 1994 represent, but we here for all dogs.
All the dogs, man. I mean, it is very special. It's going to be crazy out there in Athens tomorrow. They are saying that the snow gonna start at night, so after you get your celebration on, make sure you get back home safe. So Cool Cow, you going to Athens tomorrow?
Nah, man, I'm gonna be at the house, man. I ain't gonna get the celebration tomorrow, but I'll definitely be celebrating with the fellas.
That's right, man. Hey,
no doubt.
It's a celebration until somebody else is crowned champion for me. So I'm gonna be celebrating.
We ain't worried about who else wins.
We celebrate until we stop celebrating.
I know that's right. I'm not gonna stop. This got at least 12 months on it. Coach, I got one more question I wanted to ask the panel before we separate. I got a guy that comes to mind, but is there a guy in you guys' eyes that stepped up, and you did not expect it? You might, aside from Stetson, is there any guy and for me, let me go ahead and just steal one, Will Poole showed up. Will Poole played ball. And I didn't feel I was trying to get Will Poole number took. And I hate that, and that's I need to step up on that. My bad, Will Poole and all his people, because man played ball, won us a title. He was tough in that slot. I appreciate what he gave us. Go Dogs.
Hey man, and they was going after Will Poole, and he stepped up every time they was going after him. For me, it's not just the Natty game, it's the 2021 season. Okay. Jordan Davis got the hype, got the awards, but I'm gonna tell you, man, Devontae Wyatt was a force to be reckoned with all year long. Steady Eddie. Even in the national championship, it's like the dude required 2 blockers, and a lot of times beat those 2 blockers. So for me, it's gonna be Devontae Wyatt. What about you, Pat?
Hey man, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. It's both offense and defensive coordinators. I'm gonna tell you something. When I watched, because I went back and rewatched the game. Some of the blitzes that Kirby was doing, I mean, I saw some different things. I mean, they showed a lot of different type of fronts. They did a lot of the mixing up. We played a lot of zone blitzing in the past. This time, he was just going after this man's ass, man. And then on offense, we like since the Michigan game, it seemed like we made it a point to start actually getting playmakers the ball, designing plays for them. I didn't see a lot of that throughout the year. So for me, the offense and defensive coordinator, the last 2 games, man, I take my hat off to the staff. It's like they had been sandbagging and just let everything go.
I feel it. What about you, JV?
I respect that.
Who was that person or group of individuals that stepped up this season or just in the Natty, man?
Man, I'm just gonna shout out to AD Mitchell, man, for being a young guy who came in and didn't let the stage be too big for him, man. I mean, if you think about it, what we were facing all year long, being down some of our most prolific and expected to be superstar receivers, and this guy he just stepped in, man, and continued to work. And you can see his progression all year long. I really appreciated that. And also the O-line, because real talk, in that 4th quarter, I knew we were going to be pretty good at O-line, but in that 4th quarter, those guys started mashing Alabama. Alabama started getting fatigued. They were wore out. We were gashing for 5, 6, 7, 8 yards at a time. So I didn't expect for us I knew we were a bigger bully, but I didn't know we were going to be able to bully the bullies of the SEC, and we did that. So shout out to that O-line and AD Mitchell.
Shout out to them. Cool Cal, who you got on it, man? Who stepped up in that? Who stepped up in them clutch moments for you this year?
I'll just stick with the national championship game. I was actually really impressed with how Zeus played. I thought that he played and ran with a strong physical presence in the 3rd and 4th quarter to kind of finish that game off and really help us offensively. Some of the runs that he made, they were just kind of what we've been waiting for, as far as saying, damn, that's that Zeus that we've been wanting. It seemed like he really wanted to go out there and win, and I was impressed with the way that he ran, because I haven't always been the biggest fan of his, but I was impressed with the way that he finished off that game.
That's true, man. He did. He had one run where the guy had to beat on him in the backfield, and it was like 3rd and 4 or something like that, and he just took the hit, kept his balance, got the first down. I said, look at the Zeus of old showing up when we needed.
Right.
I think Coach Kirby highlighted that one, Coach.
Oh, okay. I'm telling you.
Was that?
I was saying he got a quicker burst than you think, too. He got a 1-step cut that's a little quicker than most folks anticipate.
Yeah. But he didn't show, like Cal said, though. He hadn't shown that, at all times. Sometimes he had been able to be brought down by one defender, and I didn't see it. In the national championship, it was almost like he was like, this not happening tonight. It don't matter.
I don't think the first guy tackled anybody against us, and that's impressive. You know, we made a lot of guys miss, at least especially in the backfield, because they did have penetration. But you're right. You know, that's where they were really making the play in the backfield, make a guy miss, and then proceed to try to. We don't need but 3 or 4 yards to stay on schedule, and they did that, man. So shout out to the backs because we were productive. We were on schedule. As long as we didn't just shoot ourselves in the foot, we were on schedule most of the night.
And I feel like James Cook did his thing in the playoffs against Michigan. He did his thing.
Yeah.
And then,
he made a lot of money. He made a lot of money.
So definitely some money.
Yes, that dude showed how versatile he was, man. It's almost like you can't line no linebackers up with him outside because you know that we going long for that one, and it's gonna be a touchdown.
Mache got him rated the 9th best back in his little mock thing.
I can see that. I think that's a step up because I don't know if he was even on McShay's board coming in. I think he just thought he was a pretty talented back, but I think a lot of NFL teams gonna look at him and think they can do a lot of the same things that New Orleans do with Alvin Kamara.
I say the same thing. Yeah, absolutely. I see him definitely be a second, third round guy.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we'll talk about some of these players that's already declared for the league. Zeus, Cook, George Pickens, Jamari Salyer, Nakobe Dean, Lewis Seen, Darian Kendrick. Who else declared for the
44?
league? Oh, Trayvon Walker. I'm assuming that Channing Tindall and Quay Walker will follow suit. They have until Monday to announce their intentions.
What year is Jalen Carter? He a sophomore?
True sophomore. He's coming back. He can't go nowhere.
Got one more year. We got one more year.
Yeah,
and that's all.
Chris Smith is elected to take his COVID year. George Pickens.
Okay, that's big. That's great.
That is big.
I respect that.
I'm wondering what Will Poole gonna do because Will Poole and Chris Smith was in the same class. Latavius Brini and Amir Speed elected to not take their COVID year with the Dawgs. They are in the transfer portal.
Which was a surprise for me.
Well,
I was shocked by that too.
I was shocked by Brini.
Brini started up until the SEC championship, and then they started Will Poole because Will Poole supposedly, he had better cover skills, and they felt like
once he
got warmed up, he showed it.
Hey, it is what it is, dog. I mean, I like them all, but you got to make the better decision. You know what I'm saying? To go to the best talent. Justin Robinson, the wide receiver, that was a redshirt freshman. He is in the portal. Jalen Kimber, who was actually coming into the season our starting corner ahead of Keely Ringo, but then he had to get shoulder surgery. I guess once he got the surgery and got healthy, maybe he just decided that he don't want to be in Athens no more, but he's in the portal as well.
I was shocked by that one too.
I was shocked about that one because he had the starting position going into fall camp, and then
hey man, look at here. Look, all these guys have had conversations, man.
True.
They know what they walking into.
When they interviewed Kirby,
coaches is leaving, coordinators getting out the door left and right. Ain't no, it's a business, baby. It's NIL money on the table.
No doubt.
Kirby had said he had a couple of conversations with guys, and they decided to hold off. Well, he said they decided to hold off announcing they was going into the portal until after the playoffs was over, out of respect for the team. I'm pretty sure them thinking we had a chance to win the Natty had a little something to do with that too. So
JT ain't going in the portal.
He hasn't announced anything yet. Stetson hasn't announced whether or not he's coming back yet.
Why not?
Hey, Stetson might want to leave on top, though. I don't know.
Oh, the NIL money gotta be bigger than the league, man.
You know what the thing, man? If I was Stetson,
he ain't getting no
come back.
He ain't getting no league money now.
No,
he ain't getting no league
money. That's my point. The NIL.
That's why he gotta come back.
Oh, okay.
He gotta come back.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, he need to milk this all the way.
He did say that he would be playing football in 2022. He didn't say where he would be playing football. That's what he said. So Stetson said he got options now, baby. He done won Natty.
Hey man, that man name gonna be bigger than Herschel around him.
For him to transfer would be the biggest mistake of his life.
Absolutely.
He gotta move.
He come out better just retire and just say I'm through altogether.
I'm done
before going
somewhere. Just staying in Athens.
Yeah.
You got to stay in Athens because that's where the check coming. The check gonna come.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Every time he walk into Canes.
Yeah.
Chicken finger spot.
I was about to say he was there today. He was there today handing out because I think that's where his NIL deal gonna be at, because that's what he was today, handing out plates and stuff. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna get more transfer portal people. And like CA said, man, some of our Dan Lannon, we already knew he's off to Oregon. LSU is trying to come get our wide receiver coach. There has been.
I wonder if he take JT.
Well, you know,
go back home.
You talking about going to Oregon?
Back closer to home, yeah.
I mean, well, you know, Bo Nix already transferred out there.
What that mean?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's true.
He said, "What that mean?"
It don't mean a lot, though.
I love it.
It don't mean a lot.
What that mean?
It don't mean a lot.
That's our first game in 2022, so I love Bo Nix going out.
You know, Bo Nix will lead to the last place.
Okay, so Trey Turner is asking, do we think Bowers gonna move to wide receiver? I don't think so. Trey,
he a tight end.
He a tight end. He runs fast like a wide receiver, but he don't have those hips like wide receivers getting in and out of those breaks. But he's a tight end through and through. He's there's people.
Well, he's gonna probably be 250 before he leave here.
Yeah, and we like to run a lot of 13 personnel, 12 and 13 personnel. So he ain't going away, even though Oscar Delpa is coming in.
250.
Yeah, he's not going anywhere. I'm worried about whether
What's up, Trey?
Darnell Washington is going to be in that portal or not. I hope not.
Portal?
I'm just saying, dog, he didn't get a lot of passes this year. You never
know. He come out better. Can he come out? He come out better than going on to the league.
No, he can't. He's a true sophomore. He can't come out.
And again, if he can dumbest decision he can make, that don't make no sense to me. It ain't about balls, because you need to go. If you go into the league, you need to go fresh and healthy. That's what the benefit of Zamir is gonna get. That's what Cook is gonna get. You don't need to get burnt. I mean, we saw him block better than every left tackle in the league on Monday night. They talking about changing his position. It ain't nowhere to go.
No, he definitely was a factor in our run game all season.
Oh, man.
When he came back from injury, our running game took off a lot better than it was. So we're gonna be deep at the tight end position with Oscar Delp coming in, man. Wide receiver, we're gonna be good. DBs, we're gonna be young, but we got a lot of talent. This might be one of the better DB classes we've ever had coming in. So maybe that's why Jalen Kimber decided to get in that portal, because he's seen those 3 5-star DBs coming in, and he saw
the two corners impressed me. I know one of them gonna play early.
Well, Jaheim Singletary, the dude we flipped from Ohio State, I feel like
I love him.
He is definitely going to battle for that other spot. I'm going to tell you that right now. That dude can play.
I agree.
He's real confident out there on that island.
I'm wondering what we're going to do at that other safety spot, though, now that Lewis Seen has declared for the NFL draft. We got Chris Smith at one of the safety, but we're going to need that other one. That's where some of those transfers from last year may cause us a problem, because I don't know who else. Because we got Dan Jackson back there, but we know Dan Jackson couldn't cover.
Hey, real quick on the interception return,
lit up.
That man opened Dan Jackson up like a can of what? I was like, he almost knocked that man into everything. I was like, damn, Dan Jackson.
I said, look,
he sacrificed himself.
I was like, look at Dan Jackson out there sacrificing for the team, man.
Basically.
He made
him go blood on that.
That was nasty.
He said, if I can't get the Keely Ringo, I'm going to blow somebody up. And
I respect that. Man played football to the whistle.
And I'm okay with that, because I didn't want them to call that touchdown back. Dan Jackson, take it. Don't give it.
Yeah. No, he did right. He did right.
There you go. There you go. That pain is over with now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I agree.
Pain is temporary.
It's temporary. It's over now.
Right there.
That's right, man. I mean, coming into 2022, how we feeling, fellas? We feeling like we competing for another natty, or how we feeling, Thad?
That's how I feel. I mean, I don't really see us losing to anyone in the regular season. Okay. You know, so it's really right back to almost kind of how, it was this year for me, those 3 games, because I don't see us losing to anyone in the regular season.
All right, what about you, JV? You feeling the same way? Those 3 games, like Thad has said all year this year, you think that's going to be the same thing in 2022?
Yeah, man, I think we've established a baseline, and our baseline is pretty damn consistent right now. I think this is going to be Kirby's most impressive year to have to work through and be the head coach of the Georgia Bulldogs, though, because, you're going to be having a few coaches here or there leaving for programs because people like to pick and pillage. That's where I think Saban is the GOAT, because no matter who leaves and no matter who comes in, he pretty much runs his program the same way. People have to get on board with his program the way that he runs it, and that's just all it is to it. And also, we're losing a lot of guys to the to the portal, transfer portal, and we have a lot of guys declaring. But because we've been so consistent in our recruiting, we've been so consistent in establishing depth. I'm quite sure we have guys that are real guys that aren't even and haven't even touched the field really yet. So because we've established that baseline, I think, yeah, most definitely next year we should win the East, and we should be seeing somebody from the West again for a matchup to decide who's gonna go and try to represent the SEC for the national championship again.
Okay, cool. Cal, what's your feelings on this 2022 coming up, dog?
Same as every year. I mean, aspirations, you win national championship, but we're at the point now to where we should be in the playoffs every year. If we're not at least one of the top 4 teams in the country, it's completely it's a disappointing year. I don't care who we lose. That's the point of rebuilding every year and getting the type talent so we can be there. So we should be a top 4 team. If we're not there, it's a disappointing year.
That's right. I think the same as you guys, man. We shouldn't lose to anybody in the regular season that I can see of. I don't think it'll look the same as 2021, where we were like beating people by 30 and 40 and not letting them score touchdowns. But I do see us should be able to roll through that schedule, be 11-1 at worst case scenario, and make it back to the SEC championship for a chance.
Losing to who?
Hold on. No.
Losing to who?
Look, I feel like we ain't been here before, and we ain't the only one feel good about it. I think that might be a slip in the East, but I think we'll win the championship game in Atlanta, regardless of who coming out of the West. I think it's going to be us learning how to handle success. I agree with JV. I think this is going to be the hardest year for Kirby, because I'm just listening to y'all, and we expect it now. So, he has set another standard. The bar has been raised, and now he's got to work to that. So I think that's going to push and drive the team. But I do feel like I think it's going to be a bad game. Somebody might show up on us in the East, unexpected, or, maybe Oregon in week 1. But I feel like it's only going to be one. But that'll be enough to get us back to Atlanta and carry us forward. So kind of like what Alabama had to deal with this year.
Yeah, like if you go game by game, I don't think there's a team that's better than us on our schedule. But like CA said, like we have to now play being the hunted. And for all of our success in the past, we haven't been the hunted. We've been the hunter. So, and some players, we all know 18 to 22 years old, like at some point, even Nick Saban said when they played A&M, some of their players got a wake-up call. They was like, look, it ain't just going to be handed to you just because you won the championship last year, or you play for Alabama, or you play for Georgia. So that compiled with, everybody coming at us, giving us their best shot. Like, it's different when you playing against the reigning national champions as opposed to just playing the Georgia Bulldogs. So I feel like at some point, somebody might be able to get in there and get an overtime.
Everybody on our schedule ain't got enough Joes.
Yeah, I can see that too. But
not on paper, you're right.
Not on paper. Right. Not on paper, but hey man, this is new for me, Thad. I ain't never been going into no season as a national champion.
I'm just saying, I felt like I didn't really, other than Clemson, I don't think we're gonna face a team that could match up with us during the regular season, like the potential that Clemson had this year. So just speaking of what the expectations were, I just expect us to do the same thing. Like you said, maybe not as convincing as we did this year with the way we did it, but just looking at it on paper, stacking it up, I don't see nobody beating us. But I do agree with the point that you guys are making with Kirby having to coach, keep the team steady and every week to week. But that's what he did this year. So I expect the same thing. Like you said, I think somebody used the word baseline. The baseline been set.
That's true. That's true, man. So, hey, man, it's a good feeling to have. It's a good conversation to have going into 2022, man. We on top, man. Dawgs on top. Let me get this ticker going again, man. We the 2021 national champions, man. Let's get that thing going. You know what I'm saying? Hey, it's a good feeling to have, man. A whole off season where we don't have to say wait until next year. This is a whole off season, dog. Like we've never had that, like not in our lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Like where we go and say, well, we're gonna go in, we're gonna do this. We already did it. We proved it on Monday night. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody take that from us. So
a lot of questions were answered from that first show. All them questions we had, it's been a long season. All those questions we had from the first show when we started. Kirby could have been the man. Could Stetson do it and not block? It's been answered. It's been proven. So I'm looking forward to next season, man. A whole new adventure.
That's right, man. And that's this inaugural season of the Fanatic Football Live with the fellas, man. It's been a good ride, man. We had some entertaining moments.
So we kicked it off with a championship.
We did. We started it the right season, man. So
we the reason, baby. We the reason.
Hey, man, it all started with me and CA, man, and we did that player interview, man, and then JB say, Zay, man, we got to get it going, man. So we got it going. I appreciate y'all fellas coming in, man.
Shout out to Johnson Development Group, man. Been a pleasure, gentlemen.
And the Tailgate Kings, man. That's right.
Appreciate it, fellas.
We had a good, we had a good first run, man, and we're gonna look to do another one. We got some comments coming in here. Rick Sanchez is in the building. 2021. That's right. We are the national champions. So, hey, he is asking, before we get out of here, he's asking, who starts at QB next season?
Come on,
I got the answer.
I don't believe he did that.
I got the answer.
Hey,
God damn it. Whoever Kirby feel good about, I feel good about.
You know what I'm saying? Who am I?
Who am I?
We can't help but follow him now. You know what I'm saying? If he's saying that Stetson is the guy, Stetson is the guy. If Stetson don't come back, and
Stetson got to come back first. You know what I'm
right.
Hell, if he grab Calvin from McDonald's, I'm riding with it.
I'm riding with him.
Yeah.
Hey, Shelby, Stetson say he ain't made no. Hey, he ain't made no decisions yet. Rick say Jackson Muschamp. Hold on, like Kirby ain't gonna get crazy.
Hold up now, come on now. I mean, I love Will too, but that's a little far.
We already don't throw him.
Hey,
Rick. All right now, Rick.
Yeah, Rick showing out.
Right, all right now, Rick. I'm taking
we're gonna have a little Bobo at left tackle and everything.
Hey.
I mean, I respect the game, but hold up. What we doing?
Hey, so that's we already don't threw them folks the bone, man.
I know, right? God knows. Let's not get crazy out here. We want to keep this natty train rolling.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
We just talked about
on a serious question. How does that affect the quarterback room? We're not going to lose anybody, right?
Well, if Stetson comes back, I think we lose Carson Beck because he's going to now be a redshirt sophomore, which means he's in his third year. He's looking to play somewhere. If Stetson doesn't come back, I think Beck stays to battle for the starting position. But we hanging on what Stetson do. The mailman hasn't delivered his answer, so I think
we could lose two guys then.
I think we could. I think we could
possibly
lose. I think we tap. I mean, we don't know what JT doing. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. JT would be a second.
What's crazy is the off season for 2022 is starting off just like 2021. They already got him as one of the Heisman favorites. He's like in the.
I saw that. Like they just that's crazy. JT. I saw that. Yeah, I saw that too. He's like an early Heisman candidate. Yeah.
When you're talking about quarterbacks, it's Bryce Young, it's CJ Stroud. It's like another guy, and then it's JT.
And
man
I've
is not
also
even a
heard
starter on his team.
it's some good odds on Lele too. I've heard him. They say Clemson gonna be back. He gonna be back in it. Like it's crazy, man.
It's crazy.
Show
I
me.
think we're gonna get a guy to transfer in. You know, I really believe we're going in the portal for quarterback.
I think if Stetson and JT definitely
If
both
Stetson
go,
leaves,
If Stetson leaves,
Yep.
I think actually no, I'm sorry. Regardless,
And we getting Gunner in too. We can't forget that. We getting
because when
Stockton in
Stetson
too.
come back, exactly. When Stetson and Garner, I think almost everybody else gonna go except Beck. I think Beck like Athens.
I hope so, because I actually think he's better than what we saw. But
And I think Kirby's gonna throw one more in. Yeah, he's gonna have to
T Small, you say number
3.
3. T Small says JT is the number 3 Heisman candidate. I was wrong. I said it was like 4 or 5. He is like starting off the same way we started off 2021. Dog.
Hey man, that man got to make a decision. He can't be sitting on by the bench talking about being a Heisman. Like he got to make a decision, bro.
Well, he can't do nothing until Stetson figure out, because we already
Stetson
know.
said, "Hell with that. You gonna wait."
Stetson on the room right now, man.
Stetson on the room.
He on the room.
Shelby say, what about Vandergriff? I think Vandergriff I think everybody's holding on to wait to see what Stetson gonna do, because Stetson crowds the room.
That man ain't going nowhere.
Hey,
he won.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He shouldn't go nowhere. Let somebody beat him out if they that good. Y'all the one came in with all the stars. If you that good, beat him out.
Exactly.
Hey, you
As
heard
long
him.
as he stand on our sideline.
He the best quarterback.
Anyway.
He said he believed he the best quarterback.
That's
he
what he said.
He do be saying that.
That's what he said.
Hey,
so he'll stand on the sideline, make way more money than any of them with an NIL deal, sweet as pie, and all the pressure for them to perform, because we want to see Stetson. We want to see the national
he done did
championship.
the heavy lifting already.
Yeah. Exactly. He all of
He
it.
playing with house money. You know what I'm saying?
You might as well leave. You might as well leave.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
the whole legend.
So basically, anybody wanting to know about what our quarterback room gonna look like, we'll know what it's gonna look like when Stetson Bennett the 4th make his decision, and I'm pretty sure he is gonna hold. But all the stuff Stetson done heard about himself all year, Stetson gonna hold it till whenever the last day he can hold it to, and then he gonna let Kirby know. So
I would.
But next year gonna be the money year. Next year the money year. Like
all he doing is
getting his deal.
Yeah. You're right.
But you know he can sign an NIL any day now. You know what I'm saying? He ain't even technically, because
they doing NIL evaluations.
Yeah, like somebody
he had
just
$500,000 right now.
Somebody, Brock Bowers just signed the NIL deal on Wednesday. So, I forget what company it was. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He ain't gonna have to wait Stetson ain't gonna have to wait till fall to get that NIL. He gonna get something.
I'm just saying, could you imagine? It seems like he would be able to bank on more with him coming back. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he have a whole other season.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He ain't got to play. He can stand on the sideline and shoot commercials.
I'm about to say, once he signed the deal, money's in the bank.
Yeah, money in the bank.
We seen DJ Uiagalelei cash in on that. He didn't really do nothing all year, and he was one of the highest paid NIL.
Him and JT.
JT did get a lot of money and didn't play a lot of ball. Rick Sanchez say young DBs in the secondary except for Chris Smith and Keely Ringo. Yeah, that's true. Chris Smith, Keely Ringo. We don't know what William Poole gonna do yet. He does have a COVID year that he could exercise. I think he is gonna do that. That's just my personal opinion, because he doesn't have enough film to make it to the league. And if that's
that
his
wasn't
goal,
Sunday.
Yeah.
Let me ask y'all this real quick though. What about because we still got Tyke Smith in the program too. What about him? Is he thinking about coming back? Y'all heard anything?
He hasn't made a decision. He's wished all the guys well that's been in the portal, but he ain't said nothing, he's coming back or not. He should, because he doesn't have enough film, I think, for the league either. So if he comes back and stays healthy,
we still got
when
him.
Poole come back, stay healthy, then we got those, like I say, those 3 young bulls coming in, man. And I think one of them dudes, like I say, my bet is Jaheim Singletary. But Dayline Everett is a good cover corner too. So I think one of those dudes are gonna make some noise at that other corner position. So If Taki comes back, then he's a star position. So it's either, and William Poole decided to come back. Both of those guys play the star position. So we still gonna need a guy on that outside at the corner position. So.
Nyland Green's still in the fold, isn't he?
Yeah, if he can stay out of
trouble. He locked up, ain't he?
See, I don't know what happened.
My bad. Disregard that, man. Just keep going.
It is what it is. I'm not reporting anything new.
I'm late. That's me.
Hey, if he's still on the team, then he got a shot. But I
new to me.
Goodness gracious.
Me too.
Just like I haven't heard it.
Really, y'all didn't hear that? There was a lot of talk about that.
Well, I know he got in trouble. I didn't know he was like. I didn't know. He was
he had like some gun charges or something. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
So the DB room will be young, but hey, didn't we start this year out? With a lot of inexperience at the DB position.
Yep.
As long as they're talented, I don't care about you. As long as they talented.
I agree.
And we know they're talented. They ain't getting on the field.
That's right. That's right. We had
the baseline been set, man.
We had a couple of guys that came in and played in some garbage time this year. David Daniel, number 14, number 13, Kamari Lassiter. Both of those guys got some valuable experience, as youth. So I think we'll be all right, man. I think that defensive line was deep this year. So we lose Jordan Davis, Devontae Wyatt, Trayvon Walker. Nolan Smith hasn't made a declaration one way or the other, so we'll know what he's doing by Monday.
Probably gone.
He gone.
He should, because this was his best year in Athens. So
he gone.
Robert Beal, I don't know if he can. I don't know if he has a COVID year or not. Maybe he do. So Robert Beal don't have enough film for the NFL.
I think he coming back. I think he want to be the man.
And he should. Hopefully he can live up to that 5-star billing he had coming out of IMG. So
everybody got a COVID year though.
Yeah. Oh,
so
you're right.
He can come back. Everybody got that.
So he don't have enough film for that. Our linebackers, inside linebackers will be interesting because I think, like I say, even though they haven't declared yet, I think Quay Walker and Channing both are gone. They should definitely capitalize on this
might as well.
So Walker definitely gone. He already declared.
So what we got here? We got some comments here. Let's see. Trey Little podcast say we had so much talent on the bench that can get more time to develop and gain experience during the season. We would look decent either way. That is true. I mean, hey,
you're right.
Like we said, man, these recruiting classes is paying off now. I mean, it paid off in the national championship with the depth. Like I think either JV or Thad said, man. I mean, it just we was deeper than all the teams that we played, man. And
can't believe it.
Not just with bodies, but deep with talent. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like we was replacing guys with guys that couldn't really play. We was replacing. I mean, that D line. I mean, people don't even know. Like Warren Brinson, Nazir Stackhouse, all those guys played major minutes this year. And look good doing it too. So
good players. Yeah, good players.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like to say that, I mean, there's no team that has better Jimmys and Joes than we do that are on the schedule.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. The transfer portal, we still got till June for the transfer portal. So whoever wins the transfer portal battle in the East outside of us may be who's looking to be second. You know what I'm saying? So
keep in mind, we can bring them in just like they can leave up out of here too.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
Rick said
we're gonna get a quarterback. I promise you.
Rick said we're going 12-2 next year.
I don't like that, Rick. I don't like them numbers.
Who we losing to, Rick? Let us know who we losing to.
We're gonna miss the playoff messing with Rick.
Let me ask y'all a question on that quarterback issue. Just more of a statement more than a question, I guess. But, coming off a national championship, once again, we got a quarterback who can come back in Stetson. But I'm just thinking like a kid that's leaving Oklahoma. It's like Georgia should be like a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? With the defense, these folk got coming back. And what I just saw happen, and I can elevate you possibly more offense. Like, it should be a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure
Georgia,
the business part could make sense too.
Georgia was his second choice. Of course, he was actually really high on Georgia. It's just that he wanted to wait till the second signing day, and Kirby was ready to get a quarterback, and it was between him and Brock, and Brock was ready to come home. So Brock, I mean, hey, one in the hand worth two in the bush, ain't that what they say? So Kirby said, "Come on in, Brock." So it's not out of the realm of possibility, that. So we was definitely high on his radar coming out of high school. But we will see. Let's get some of these comments. Genesis Anderson say Tremel Werther, number 90, is our secret sauce for that D-line next year. He did get a lot of major playing time in the playoffs.
Strong kid.
Let's see. Rick say he don't know. He just calling 12-2, man. Not sure. Upsets are hard to predict. That is true. Just like he said, nobody saw us losing the SC in 2019. You know that we they second biggest rival on their side because they always looking to try to upend us. We just won the Natty. Players are going to look our way. That's true.
Yep. Count on that.
Bro, kids like Kirby, man.
Yeah.
But you can't look. Everybody on this show know that there's a couple coaches out there, man. These kids clamor to play for. And while we don't like Dabo has always had a way about himself that allowed him to get some major talent. Kids love Saban. They love Saban because he like a curmudgeon. He like a curmudgeon that love you. But kids like Kirby,
what
man,
is a curmudgeon, bro?
He
it's like an old guy who's angry, to get off his grass.
Old grumpy guy.
You know what I'm saying? But I ain't mean to bring one of them words out on y'all.
He love you and take care of you, though.
Exactly. Like you one of them guys, like your granddad, make it the hell out of my house, but come on in here, let me give you $100 bill. But kids relate to Kirby. Kirby he's found his niche on relatability, on his ability to be able to walk into somebody's living room and say, you know what, I got a 38-inch vert, man. When you get that interception, and I'm gonna run down the sideline, I'm only gonna be 2 yards behind you, baby. I'm gonna have athletic too. He got that.
I might be screaming for you to get down on the ground, but I'm gonna be there with you, though. Right?
Hey, Thad, you remember Coach McDuffie?
Yes.
Come on.
I got
you. He love you hard. You got to be able to find it. It's in there. It's gonna be tough, but it's coming from a place of love. That's
that one just went in your boy vocab, so that was a new one for me.
Hey man, you ain't got to put me in the clip notes for that one, baby.
I didn't want to miss that opportunity to learn.
So you can have that one. Jamie said you can have that.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That UGA education kicking in. I like to see it. I don't know, man. Like I say, I think 2022 gonna be another special year, man. Looking forward to trying to get to them playoffs. Definitely see us in the SEC championship. I don't know, man. I'm ready for the season to start already.
Yeah. Hey, man. My parting shot is I agree with all y'all. Kirby put himself in this position. Now he's got to hold it. He's got to hold it up. He's got to stand to it. So keep recruiting, keep bringing them in, coaching them up, and getting them better. Because as a fan base, we just thirsty now. It's blood all in the water, and we want it. We ain't. Nobody wants this to end. So we need to see this team continue to get better in the next sale, and I think we got a lot of the foundational pieces for next year. Anxious to see who's gonna step up for us, though. So that's just my parting shot, man.
All right,
you earned a lot of rope with me.
Yeah, JB, what you got, man? Our last show for the 2021 football season, man. As we get out of here, what do you have to lead the fans with, man?
First of all, man, let me go ahead and shout out Coach I, man, for just stepping into a position and doing something, man, that we all had talked about. And realistically, Coach, I appreciate you, brother, because you definitely brought all of us together. You put us in a structure and you allowed us to be able to do something that we all love to do, and that's talk about the Dawgs.
For sure.
For all my brothers, man, on this line, for, Stat Dawgs C, who ain't on here, much love, man. Love you guys. Love you guys like my brothers. More than family, baby. We more than family. Like they say, we more than fans. When we talk about the Dawgs, man, we more than family. And I just look forward to another successful season going into 2022 because I think that we built for longevity. I think we built with some staying power, And even if we ain't, I'm gonna talk like we are. And so at the end of the day, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for all the smoke. These folks gonna catch all of this vitriol 365 days. I'm giving to people. I'm giving it to them because they deserve it.
They deserve it.
Much love. Go Dogs.
That's right. Thad, what you got, man? What you got for us?
Oh man, just kind of reiterate some of the things JB said, man. I enjoyed this whole experience. I'm a firm believer of iron sharpens iron. So it was always good to get on here and always disagree, but really at the end of the day, we always agreed because we were Georgia. But it was just good to hear some different opinions. I was able to learn some different things from some of the different guys, like getting those opinions. It was just a great experience. I'm really looking forward. Hope we're able to continue this.
Sure.
Let's keep it rolling, man. It just was a great year, man. All in all, like I said, I just keep going back to the first episode to now. We had a lot of highs, we had a lot of lows, like the Bulldogs did on the season. But overall, it was a very informative, great ride. I always look forward to the next show. So once again, until then, let's go Dawgs. National champion, baby.
National champs, baby.
That's right. All right. Cool Cal, what you got, man?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna take a little different angle. Just tell y'all, man, I was happy to see something this morning when I woke up, man. I saw Kirby got a new chopper. He's still on that recruiting trail. He's still hungry. He's still out there trying to get dogs in here. You know what I'm saying? To continue winning. So that made me excited to wake up and to see that, you know what I'm saying? He finished the deal and he's still hungry out there trying to win more. So from a dog fan, man, I can really appreciate that. I want to say salute to my brothers, man, that played. You know, Coach I that went to UGA, man, I know this shit just feels so good, you know what I'm saying, to finally break through and really win it. And, man, you know, just can't wait to do this again and again.
That's right, man. And I just
want to say, shout out to E-Rob, man. Shout out E-Rob.
That's right.
E-Rob tonight.
Shout out to E-Rob, man. I want to say, thanks for JV, man, for just putting that bug out there, man. Because when he brought it to my attention, I was telling him, I was like, man, y'all really should do that because I thought the Dog Nation would love to see that inside information, that unfiltered. Don't care what you think about
definitely unfiltered.
And he was like, nah, man, I think you should do that. So shout out to JV for really getting that thing started, man. And it was a special season, man. I can talk Dogs all day, all night. And like I say, when you walk them streets of Athens, man, and for y'all that played, man, E-Rob, C-Rob, that's not here with us today, Thad, CA, JV, and then even Cool Cal, man. Hey, man, just being a fan, man, and 41 years, dog. I mean, it's been built up. I mean, I think one of the first conversations I had with Thad one-on-one, man, we kind of felt the same way. We was just like, man, we tired of winning recruiting championships, man. We want to hoist that trophy. And we did it in our inaugural season with this podcast, man. So for those that was with us, thank you all through the season, man. We got Rick in here saying this is a great show, fellas. Hope we do it again.
We the reason.
I see it. You stole my thunder, CA. You stole my thunder.
Oh,
it's the show.
Genesis said this is a special season, definitely a great podcast. Go Dogs. We got Shelby say the championship feeling is something special. She has been a big supporter all through the season.
Salute, Shelby.
Shout out to Shelby. Shout out to everybody.
Shout out to the fans, man.
I can't wait for the next season to start, man, so we can get back on this, man. T Smalls in there saying great show, fellas.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Because I'm ready for the second season, man. And just a little sneak peek. We will be having at least one live show going through 2022. We're gonna figure it out.
We're ready.
Figure it out with the fellas, man. We're gonna be in Athens for a live show. We're gonna get it done. I don't know which game. We'll have a couple production meetings and figure out how we're going forward, man. So
let's do it. Shoot from the hip.
That's right, man.
Like always.
Rick say thanks for the daddy there and get us another one next year. Because we're going to try to do what we do when we can do what we can do. So for all the fellas on the panel, CA, Corey Allen, there's Thad Parker, Shorty Parker, we got Cool Cal, we got Jevaris Johnson, JV, we got Erik Robinson, E-Rob, we got Cory Robinson, C-Rob, man. Thank y'all for a good season. We out because we national champions.
Champs,
Go
baby.
right.
Dogs, baby.
Go Dogs.
Go
Get it.
Dawgs.
Hate all you want.